All right. How's everybody doing today? A little change of scenery. We're in my living room. A little more comfy, a little more homier than seeing cords or a microwave or a stove. Normally, I'd have music going, but because I don't own the rights to that music, I don't want YouTube to, take my video down. So, it being very quiet, you're probably going to hear doors slamming. You'll probably hear people talking loud, cars revving up, whatever. So, maybe you heard that, maybe not, but so yeah, anyway. Today we're going to talk about continuous improvement. It takes a lot for a person, majority of people that I've seen anyway, to get outside their comfort zone, to, really look into themselves and say why I'm the reason why this is happening. Everything happens in a cycle, right? I can tell you stories to where my cycle is the same as my father's cycle, is the same as my grandfather's cycle, right? And it comes to a point where one of the generations has to break that cycle, and I'm not willing to break that cycle. Or I'm not 100%. Excuse me, I'm not 100% successful on breaking the cycle, but I have broken the majority of the cycle. So the thing I had to do most was really listen to my critics, listen to people closest to me, giving me the hard truth. And that's the type of people you want in your life. You want the type of people that give you that hard truth. They're not afraid. I mean, if you respect them, you care about them, then if they're seeing something and it's something that this person and this person and this person are seeing, or you're getting the same results and it's from different time periods, like this person don't know this person at all, but yet the same thing is happening. That means it's you, right? So you have to really dissect yourself. You have to be alone, and that's what sucks. You really have to be alone. Some people love it. I love it. Other people need to have other people around. But you don't grow if you have other people around. You really have to learn solitude. Be inside your mind. You know, I see my videos and stuff like that, and I know I need to improve. I need to work on the quality. I have to be more, no, confident in what I'm saying. So slowly you're going to see improvement. And that's how you should view life, is like when I did MMA, in order to improve, I had a camera on me and I'd watch and study myself and I'd see what I'm doing wrong and see my idiosyncrasies, all that stuff, and fix those things. It's the little things that matter. Okay, if you fix the little things, then it adds up. And then all of a sudden, you are a different person, and because you're a different person, you achieve different results, hopefully positive results. And as you achieve your positive results, now you're achieving goals. Right? You set the bar here, you achieve that, and you just keep on going. Okay, so you really have to, like I said, the key thing is you have to go outside your comfort zone. There's just no way around it. You have to take that criticism from everyone, your, your closest friends to your haters, right? You use the haters as your fuel, but you use your closest friend as a gauge to do better. No, there's nothing more I could say to that than, just be, just don't be afraid to experiment, right? I told my kids, told friends, the richest place on the planet is the graveyard, right? Now, like, well, why the graveyard? It's simple. You know how many people are in that graveyard that had great ideas, but they never followed through because somebody told them they couldn't do it or they were just afraid to do it. Just think about that for a second. The millions and millions of people that have graced this earth. You can't tell me that only the people that we know of are the only ones that came up with that idea. The people that came up, that went through with the idea, are the people that had the resource, the people that believed, the people that, got told no many times, but like, I know what, forget that. I'm going to do this. I'm going to find a way. I'm going to find the resources. And next thing you know, they're billionaires, millionaires. Yet that one person or the few people that had that same idea was afraid. And so they lived that scared life. Don't be that person. Don't be afraid to chase your dreams. Right? If people tell you you can't do it, prove them wrong. But you have to believe in yourself. You have to know that. You have to know that, you know, you have those impactful thoughts. And it all starts with changing this right here. So in order to change this, you have to shatter whatever world you're in. Go outside your comfort zone and grow. It's as simple as that. I mean, look at me. I'm from heart, poor, came from a broken family. Nobody wanted me. I was a forgotten child. I'm the oldest. I'm the one that they didn't want. Homeless, poor, whatever. Look behind me. Newspapers, internet, around the corner, awards. Over here, friends that acquire acquaintances or the people that, I run the road with. All because of this right here. I had to change my mindset. Right? I guess if I got a little bit of time, let's go a little bit further on my original mindset. I used to admire my father. Had an aggressive mindset. His mindset was him versus the world. For personal reasons that I will not discuss because that's his business. But he tried to put on me like, hey, people screw you over, get rid of them, or you put, you got that. He would bitch about he'd had all this education, but nobody wanted to hire him, right? And he would say, oh, it's BS. I've done this, I've done that. They don't want to give me the pay. I don't need that job. Blah blah blah. Right? And his resume was like 3 pages, 4 pages long. I mean, he was what I consider a flight risk or a job risk. Like, why would you invest in somebody that has a history of not staying? Okay, so not only not staying, but not giving the results of the pay that they're given. And he told me all the stories of him growing up and, just negative, negative, negative. That went inside my head. That actually subconsciously saturated into my being. So when it came to becoming an adult, I took that mindset and tried to make it work. I tried to emulate that. And I got shot down pretty fast. Promotion, even though I had credentials for the promotion, I didn't get it because I had a bad attitude. Interpersonal relations is what was told to me. I have bad interpersonal relations. And I did. I look back and I did. And so, and then other things happen, and I was getting the same negative results over and over again. I was leading the same life as he was. Right? So I had to make a conscious decision, and I had the right people around me. That's another thing too. The circumstance and the people have to be in line for you to change. So once I made that realization of his way was not my way at all, and then having the right people around me to kind of critique that and point it out and you know, make me feel like you're right, to the point like, hey, you're right. I am becoming this guy that I don't want to be. In the constant, negative, constant hammering of you're that guy, made me want to. I was like, hey man, you gotta get out of my life. You gotta go. You're ruining my vibe, so to speak. And then I had to learn to grow. I had to learn to be a man. I had to learn to grind. I had to learn to do it all by myself. Okay. And again, I can't stress this enough. Whether it's work, relationships, or you're just trying to rebuild yourself because you're sick of what's happening to you. The key thing is you have to sit down. You have to really go to a dark place and dissect every being of you. The whys, the whys, the whys. Make no excuses. You're the adult. Even if it happened to you as a kid, you're the adult. You have the option of A, using it as a crutch, or B, like, you know what, yeah, that did happen to me, but you know what? I'm not going to let it affect me. I'm going to use this as fuel, and I'm going to change my life. That way, if you have kids or family or friends that are going through that, you can give them that advice. Like, hey, I understand I went through that. This is what I did. Give this a try. And that's all you can do. I mean, just be honest with yourself. I know it's a long video. I know sometimes I get long-winded. But the point of this whole thing is be true to yourself. Don't be afraid to go into an uncomfortable place, because in that uncomfortable place you will find yourself. Okay? Again, like I said, picture it as is you have a camera on your life. You have a camera on your day. At the end of the day, when you come home, you pop in that video or you plug in whatever. You watch yourself, you say, oh my God, I did this, I did that. I'm going to change that. And then from there, everything will change. I promise. Okay. So again, you do you though. But you do you. And I tell this to other people. I tell this to people that I give advice to. Excuse me. Take what I say. Take what I say as advice. Because it worked for me doesn't necessarily mean it works for you. So take bits and pieces make it your own. Try it out, whatever. What works, continue with it. If it doesn't work, try something else, try a different way. But there's always different paths. This is the one thing that stuck to me when I was in college. My logic teacher was like, people can have different opinions about a topic. If you're able to back up your opinion with a logical reason, then that person is not wrong, because you have a reason, you have a good reason, and he has a good reason, or she has a good reason. If you say A, B, and C, and the person goes Y, you're like, just because, or that's what somebody told me. No. You do the research. You put in the work. You put in the lab work. So if you do have an opinion, you back it up with a logical reason, not just because somebody told me. Okay, so again, I'm just throwing out things that work for me. You take what works for you, and hopefully, you break whatever you're trying to break. You succeed at wherever you're trying to succeed. All right. Till next time, stay true and see you soon. Bye.